Hello everyone, this is Watt Comics. And today I'm going to be showing you guys three different slabs. There's the CGC. Here's CBCS. And here is Halo. So we're going to be going through each slab, and I'm just going to be doing some comparisons just on the slab itself, and that's it. So we're going to start with kind of moving them around and bending them a little bit. So I'm going to start with CBCS. So I don't think this is the newest CBCS holder. They have upgraded one time, but the other two are the most recent ones as far I know for sure about CGC, and I think it's the same for Halo. So we're just going to bend it just a little bit just to see how flexible it is. It definitely has some flex in there. I wouldn't... actually kind of has a lot of flex. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I think that's kind of up to your interpretation. You see how... I'm sure you guys can hear that when I'm moving it. It definitely kind of shifts around a little bit. I don't know if bending is a good thing. Like if you dropped it and it bent a little bit, it would probably protect the book. Don't know for sure. I'm not testing that today, but it feels very flexible when I push in. I'll do that later. And when I push in here, I can kind of feel like this thing open almost, like a tiny gap. So that's CBCS. I'm going to zoom in and show you guys later. Now we're going to do CGC. Okay, let's bend this. This one feels more solid for sure, just in my hand. Oh yeah, this has way less flex. Now that isn't the newest CBCS, so oh yeah, the side feels really solid. It's not moving at all. Obviously when I push in the middle, like it does push down a little bit, but it feels, the plastic feels really strong, and it just feels good. Like the top, I like how it's indented up here. It kind of adds more support at the top too, even though it's like just for the label. Did you hear that? So I didn't crack it or anything, but you can tell that the seal itself is way stronger. It feels stronger. I don't know. It feels really good in my hand compared to the CBCS slab. So now I'm going to go to the Halo slab. So this is kind of the reason I wanted to do this video in the first place. This feels significantly heavier. I know it's a bigger book, like it's an oversized book, but that is not why. Like the actual slab, I can't bend it at all. It is not bending. Okay, it bends a little bit this way but it's just such a solid slab. It feels like it's like made of concrete. It's so strong. It just has no bend. And like I said before, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but it feels fucking amazing. If I push in on the middle a little bit, oh man, even the middle barely has any give. I'll show you guys that a little bit later too. But it just feels really heavy and strong. Like the feeling of the slab compared to the other two, I think feels the best. We're gonna go through it a little more. Even when I hit it like that, like the book doesn't budge at all. It just feels really good. Okay, so now I'm going to go over the rest of them. So here's the CBCS slab. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to push on it in the middle for you. See how it has some give to it? Like I said, I don't know if that's a bad thing. It just, I would say compared to the other two, this one feels very flimsy. And like, even if I just kind of move it a little bit, it look how much it bends. I'm barely really pushing on it, but it has a lot of bend and it can make that sound, which might be a good thing because it doesn't feel like it's gonna crack or anything. Compared to the CGC one, that did make that sound as if it was cracking. Okay, so let's do the CGC one next. So here's CGC. Here, as you put it down, that's what it sounds like. I mean, it definitely, I would say, still feels cheaper than the Halo slab. Here's the give on it. Definitely less give than CBCS. The plastic itself feels much thicker. And with one hand, I can't bend it at all. It just, like, it feels solid. It looks solid. It feels really good. When I shift it back and forth, can you hear that? Like, it seems like the book does shift a little bit. Let's see if the CBCS does the same. No, the CBCS is very solid. If I move it back and forth, it's not going anywhere. But I can't say the same for the CGC at all. I'm sure you can hear that. It's moving quite a bit, actually. So last, we'll do the Halo slab. See the Newton rings. Newton rings have never really bothered me. It's just kind of part of it. And when it's displayed with just the right lighting, you really can't see them anyway. So I think this one looks really good. It feels so much heavier than the other ones. Like, definitely not because of the book. So I'm going to push on the middle here. As you can see, it does go down, but significantly less than both of the other ones. Like, CGC felt way stronger than CBCS, but this one just isn't moving. It just is not, just nothing. It feels so solid. If you look at, like, this corner, how it kind of has, like, that raised bubble, it just looks so strong. Yeah, it feels amazing, honestly. I'm going to lift it up and see if I can try to bend it all with one hand, which I already know I can't. This one feels so strong. It does seem to bend just a little bit. But the side, like, if you look at the sides of it, it just looks so different compared to the other two. Like, it looks like it was already together. Like, I don't know how they put it together so solidly compared to the other two. I'll show you the size of the other ones just for comparison. Like, you obviously, like, that's clicked together. It's not even close to the same. Here, let's see if I can. Okay. Get this one. I'm really surprised at this. I've never really looked that closely at all these details. Like, you can definitely see, I like that detail, CBCS, but it feels so much cheaper. Even, like, just listen to it. It has way more flex. So if I do that and then how much more solid that sounds. And then this one, I think I could throw this one on a concrete floor and it would do nothing to it. It's so solid. So that's the comparison video for you. I don't know who this is for, or hopefully it'll help somebody decide maybe if they're looking for a really durable one, or just for comparison's sake. Enjoy.